Hello foodies, so today I'm coming at you guys with a special video. I thought since Grenada's independence is around the corner, I would make some oil down, and I'm going to film it again. I did film an oil down video a while back, but I'm going to make it again, so I'm like, why not film it? So that's what we're doing today, so stick around for the video. I'm being a little patriotic with my yellow sweater. So you guys, I hope you stick around for the video, because we're making oil down. Alright, so you guys know how the thing go. I'm starting off with my meat, and I love me some chicken backs, chicken drums, and wings. That's the meat that I like in my oil down. You put whatever meat you like, but that's the kind of meat I like. People sleep on chicken backs, but that chicken back will really give you that oiliness that we need, because it's oil down. We want to see oil in that pot. This is not no salad or nothing, so it's oil down, right? So use meat that gonna give you oils, you know what I'm saying? So I like my chicken backs. I don't care if nobody says dog food, but it's Renisha food, because they gonna go in my belly. Anyways, I'm adding some onions and some chives that I cut up, and you see my Chief green season. I feel like Chief need to sponsor me, because I really be using a lot of Chief. But you guys, if you have ever seen any of my videos, I always use this because it's available and it's easy and it's a nice seasoning. So I'm gonna liberally pour lots of it in my chicken. I already washed my chicken and stuff before this video. If you guys want to see a separate video on how I wash chicken, you could let me know, but just put the chicken in some lime and vinegar and wash it and all that. So I washed the chicken before, and I'm just showing you guys what I really do most times to season it. Nice and quick. Let it marinate in the fridge overnight, couple of days, even better. The chicken gonna soak up the seasoning. That's what really my mom and everybody in my household used to do back home. We season our meat. Soon as we come home with the meat, you season it, you put it in the fridge. So when you need the meat, you just take out a parcel of meat. But I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. I already have some meat in the fridge that I seasoned before. But yeah, get the gist. So I wanted to keep this as authentic as possible. So we're not going to be using any powdered bottled seasonings. I'm just using the raw stuff for the most part, because I've never really seen my parents use any bottled seasonings like that. So I am trying to keep it as authentic as possible. So we're going to put the meat to marinate, and then let's go ahead and peel our green fig. And I am oiling my hands, and you have to make sure you oil your hands, because green fig has this slimy residue that is itchy and is difficult to get off your skin. So yeah, please oil your hands. It's going to prevent the itch, and it's going to prevent the stickiness getting on your hands. So that's what I'm doing. And make sure you have some lime in some water, so that when you peel the fig, you can just put it in there. It's going to help it not get black, because if you peel green fig and you just leave it out like that, it's going to get black. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the stem off and the bottom, and then going to make a slit. Well, you're going to cut alongside the vein, and then you just peel it back with your hands, All right, so you're just gonna leave your green fig, green banana in there until you're ready for it. Now let's go ahead and make our liquid gold, as I call it. So I have some coconut here. I already break the coconut, cut it up, yada yada yada. And I also have some turmeric, also known as saffron, as well. And that's what we're going to blend up with some water, and we are going to get our liquid gold, okay? Coconut milk and turmeric combination that's gonna give us that fire all down. Now, guys, it could just be me, but I would say that it's best that you grate it by hand. I know. Maybe I'm old school a little bit. Maybe I grew up with too many old people and I just like doing things the old way. But you guys know, listen to me. Listen here. It's better when you grate it. I feel like the coconut gives off a better a better vibe, a better zest. You know what I mean? When you put that extra effort into it, I feel like your oil dung thanks you a little bit more. I mean, the oil dung was still fire, but I would say grate it. But hey, I was a bit lazy here, so if you're a bit lazy and you don't want to grate up your finger, because I always tend to grate up my fingers too. If you don't want to grate up your finger and you want to get this done quick, go ahead and blend it. But if you could grate it, do that. You're gonna just squeeze as much out of the strainer as you can, because you don't want to waste anything, right? Because coconut and turmeric is not cheap, so don't waste anything. Make sure you squeeze out as much as possible. All right, guys, so this is the liquid that we are working with. So now it's the time, the moment of truth. We're gonna pack our pot, and I have my meat in here that I had sitting in the fridge overnight. So you're gonna place the meat in the bottom first, and you could go ahead and add all the seasonings that you had in there. Meat in the bottom first. I'm adding my chicken backs, my chicken legs, and my wings at the bottom of the pot. Then we're going to add some pigtails, which I boiled and changed 3 times. Change the water 3 times. Must have pigtail in oil down. Just saying. Now, make sure you boil your pigtails, because I don't think you want salty oil down. So, make sure you boil your pigtails. Change your water like 3 times or so. Or you could just take a piece of the pigtail, taste it. And if it's okay, then you know it's good, right? So, make sure you add the seasoning and everything from the bowl that you had the meat marinated, and pour all of that in the pot, because we need all that flavor, right? And then we're just going to finish layer up the pot. I'm going to add my breadfruit. And then I'm going to add my other stuff, my corn. I'm going to add my green fig or green banana, carrots and stuff. Whatever you like in your oil, you add it. Some people like yam. Some people like saltfish. I do not like all that stuff in my oil long, so I'm just putting the things that I do like in my oil long, since I'm basically cooking this for me and whoever else is in my house, and I'm like, they don't really like the stuff either, so I'm making this for my household. Whatever you and your family, whoever you cooking for, whatever you guys like in your oil long, you can put it in it. So that's just all I'm putting in my oil long. But I want to know, what are some things you guys like in your oil long? What are some provisions that you like having in your oil long? I love me some sweet corn in oil long too. Ooh, let me hear now. When that coconut and that turmeric, aka saffron, get all up in that corn. Trust me. And at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And you want to be very careful with how much salt you add in here. I am just eyeballing it. I'm not going to add that much because I haven't added the liquid yet to really taste how salty it is. So I am just eyeballing. And then we're going to pour over our coconut and turmeric milk, aka our liquid gold. We're going to pour that over till it reaches almost at the top of everything that we have. Then I'm going to go ahead and just cover the pot, let that vibe out for a minute while we make our dumplings. And I'm just using sugar and salt and flour for my dumpling. And I like a nice stiff dumpling in my oolong. So what do you want to do? You want to, when you pour in your water, gradually pour your water as you incorporate the flour together. And when the dough starts coming together, you feel it. You do not want a soft, soggy dough, because that's going to result in soft, soggy dumplings. And that's not what we want today. I'm just going to cover it with a damp tissue so that the dough does not dry out, and you let that rest till we're ready for it. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my dumplings, and the food I've been cooking for about half an hour to 45 minutes now. And it's coming down to almost being done. You want to add your dumplings at the last like 20 minutes, because dumplings don't really take that long to cook. You just need the steam to cook the dumplings. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll out my dumplings like little pigtails, and I'm just going to add them. to the pot right at the top. And I'm using cabbage leaves again. You guys, I tried so hard to get callaloo for this video. OMG, that's one of the biggest cons of not living in Grenada at the moment. Like, I could just literally have gone outside and cut me some callaloo and make my oil down, but no, I had to go search a whole of Brooklyn and still no callaloo. I'm like, what is going on? You guys, I tried. But if you do have callaloo on hand at this point, that's when you want to add your callaloo instead of the cabbage. You could add both, but at this point, that's when you want to add your okra if you're using okra, and then you want to add your callaloo at the top, and you're gonna let it steam down. So I'm just really sad that you guys, my heart is breaking because I didn't find callaloo. It's that serious. Is that serious? My friend was joking with me. He's like, you really making oil long without callaloo? And I just felt even more worse. I'm like, dang, now I don't want to do this video no more. But then you're just gonna cover it, let it steam, and then if you want to check if your pot is done, you could always tilt it, see how much liquid is in the pot. If it's too much, you're just gonna let it dry down for a little bit more. You check it because you don't want your oil long to be dry and you don't want it to burn either, right? We pot done, and this camera is really not picking up the color. I started getting really foggy in the kitchen and I'm so upset, but you guys, I hope you really see the color was perfect. The oil was bomb. I did go ahead and take out my dumplings and stuff at the top. I always do that and put it in a separate bowl, and that way I could access the meat and stuff at the bottom. And let's take out our plate because I was really hungry at this point. Guys, see, we have a little gravy, oil not dry. I'm gonna fix up my plates and go and handle the oil long. You guys really need to stay to the end to see how this oil long really came out when I go outside into better lighting, so you guys could actually see, because this oil long was fire. Bomb. Yes, y'all are getting hungry all over again watching this, But let me go ahead and pour me some lime juice. You guys know, if you're Grenadian, you know, oil long and lime juice, match made in heaven, okay? Oh, you guys, look at that piece of pigtail there. Ooh, yes, Lord. Always, guys, remember that food is art and food is love. And I'll see you guys in my next video later.